about pyroism. That feels good. I'm ready for my debut. Maybe me rolling out of bed isn't the authenticity that is necessary for my first video. Let's go clean this up, shall we? Okay. I'll be right back. Hey, y'all! What a difference a little hot iron and some makeup and a cool shirt makes, right? Welcome to my first YouTube channel ever. That's right, I am super late in the game, but better late than never. Well, you can actually find a video of me on YouTube, but it's really depressing. I'm in a hospital bed, jacked up on meds, in a lot of pain, asking for prayers. Pretty interesting. I'll tell that story later. I am Jessica. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have for 7 years, and I absolutely love it. I am a local gaming bartender. Most of you probably don't know what that is. I am an aspiring app developer, just like everyone else, and I am really, really good at cooking and killing plants. Yeah, you heard me right. I cook all the time. I love to eat, and I'm really, really good at making delicious plant food. Recent discovery. It's crazy how much you continue learning about yourself year after year. We're just a bunch of onions full of layers. So that is why I am here. I want to share with you what I have learned to try to throw in some excitement for your taste buds. Change things up a bit. But why do I target health foods? Why do I target plant foods? Let me give you a little background story. I grew up in not your typical family. They're very abnormal. They are all beasts. Yeah, not the hairy kind, the muscly kind. My dad was a bodybuilder in his 30s. My mother is in a bikini almost all the time, and she should be until she is in her grave. My sister is a surfer, yogi, studied health and food nutrition, and she is jacked. My baby brother is 6'4", 245 pounds of solid CrossFit muscle. And I have an adopted brother from Uganda, Africa, and he's a solid rock too. He's adapted to our ways. And then there's me, their little vegan child. We are all one of a kind. We blend and mesh into quite the interesting family, but they have made me exactly who I am today. So my health journey started with my family, but it became my own as I've become an adult. One can say an adult. I'm an adult. And it took a pretty serious accident to really put things in perspective for me about truly how important health is. And I got to see the results. In 2015, September 16th, I remember it very well, I fell off a 90-foot cliff. You heard me right, 90 feet. I broke about 12 bones. I was in the hospital for 12 days, 7 weeks in medical rehab. I had 3 surgeries. I am full of titanium everywhere. And I had no control over almost anything. I was a potato. I couldn't feed myself the first few days. I was in so much pain and I was stiff. If it were 20 years ago, I would have been in a full body cast. Thank God those are over. The one thing I did have control over, and I knew I had to be strict about it, was what I was eating. In the hospital, they tried giving me fried foods, buttery vegetables, sodas. And I knew if I was gonna eat whatever they give me, I was gonna end up like the rest of my roommates, gaining 40 pounds in a month sitting in a hospital bed. I knew that was not gonna do good with my shattered pelvis. It was not gonna come back together eating fried chicken. So I had a serious talk with each dietitian in both my medical rehabs in the hospital, and they totally catered to me. And I ate lean meats, vegetables, unrefined carbs, and supernaturally, my body came back together. I was back behind the bar after 6 months. After 4 months, I was hiking uphill in snow like a maniac in Colorado, 4 miles. 4 miles. Sure, I was in pain the whole time. I dealt with inflammation for years after my accident, and it's crazy because I have 0 now. And I know, sure, a lot of that has to do with mentality, being physically active. I also know what I eat has a massive effect on that. So my accident has held me accountable to my health, made me even more passionate about it because of the constant discoveries on my food journey I'm finding. And this is my food journey. This is my personal story. I want to give you some information about myself, why I love health so much, and why I want to share it with you. So after finding these results, 2 years after my accident, I came to a point in my life where I wanted to find a diet that made me feel good, where I could eat a lot, and I was being a good steward to the environment and kinder to animals. And that's what led me to eating plant-based full-time. That's not for everybody. If you are looking to eat plant-based 2 out of 3 meals a day, 1 meal a week, 1 meal a month, 1 meal a year, I want to be able to give you a delicious tasting recipe to change things up in your diet, or to just trigger some ideas for you. Sometimes when you're sitting there on Pinterest just like swiping through and like nothing really looks that great, I hope that you can come to this channel and find something to motivate you to get into the kitchen. Because I know some days you're tired and you're not too motivated to go into the kitchen, but it always pays off. Investing time into your health is so important, which is why I cook all the time. I also just love to eat large amounts of food, and it's a lot cheaper for me to do it myself rather than eating out. Enough about me, and I want to make this more about the food. What kind of food will you see here? Of course, you'll see plant food. It's all that I eat. But what kind of plant food? Because there's a lot of plant food out there. Well, I am an outdoors woman. I don't know what to call myself. A nature seeker. A wanderer. All those weird Instagram bio names that people put out there. I don't know. I love the outdoors. It feeds my soul, still does to this day. Yes, I'm crazy. I still hike like nuts, even after my fall, just a lot more cautiously. But the type of food I want to be able to share with you is the snacks, the burgers, the stews, all the good stuff. Not that I just make at home, but that I also take camping. For me and my friends, I often bring the food and my friends get to eat what I cook. Lucky them, right? But also for day hikes, I bring a big bin loaded with a bunch of sandwiches, bunch of fruit, and I just want to show you some ideas so that whenever you go out and adventure, if that's what you're into, you are full of energy and you can wander all day long as you want, because you have enough delicious tasting food to last you. So you'll find food for work, hiking, camping, day trips with your family, significant other. I want to give you ideas for good meal recipes. Right now, we're gonna start with our first meal. Give you an idea of something to have for breakfast on the go, and you can make it your own, throw your own fruits and nuts and stuff in it. So let's get to it. Let's go to the kitchen. breakfast today. I just wanted to plant this in your mind as an idea. It's really easy. You can dress it up however you like. We got our overnight oats because I was a responsible adult. There's a hair right here. Everything. Remembered to do this last night. I'm literally laying in bed sometimes like, oh, I should go put some oats in the fridge. So we did it! And they look amazing. This is enough for 2 servings. If you aren't me, it could be enough for 3 servings. So I'm gonna take half this, dump it into my massive bowl, because I'm not a believer in small bowls. I make messes and I also like to eat a lot. So we're gonna use half of this. I'm going to put some bananas, blueberries. I have dried goji berries that taste like candy, walnuts, almonds. If I had some hemp seeds, I'd probably throw those in there because I put them on everything. Got ground cinnamon, and this is not a vitamin. This is what I keep my maple syrup in to go camping. So I'm just trying to use the rest of this to empty the bottle. Super easy. So, let's eat.
Bad luck, bad day. What should I do? Bad luck, bad day. What should I do? Bad luck, bad day. What should I do?
No hair. We're good. Show you this gorgeousness. So I'm gonna have breakfast now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me do a little taste test. I'm gonna do one more. I guess this is the perfect opportunity for me to wrap up this video. I hope that you enjoy this breakfast if you get the chance to make it. Can't go wrong with overnight oats. I have a hard time eating and doing anything else at the same time. Thank you for watching my video to the end if you made it this far. It's been super fun. I love it. I love you guys, and I don't even know who's out there. So thank you for watching. I will wish you goodbye and good eating. Bam, 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 bam. That's like flashing. I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Love food. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't know what I am doing. Stuff never stays lit for me.